Everyone says, "What's up?" We need to come up with something else, like just talking stupidly about, "Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Shock and Awe Toy Reviews." Two, sometimes, this time, three idiots, a toy, a camera, and a loud box thing. Oh, that wasn't good. What are we reviewing today, fellas?
Super 7 ThunderCats Slithe.
Apparently this is Wave 3.
Ultimate.
For those of you who don't know, there was a cartoon back in the mid-'80s called ThunderCats, and all the heroes were cats, meow, and all the villains were other animals, and this is Slithe. So, a millennia ago, I got Wave 1. I can't even remember if it's Super 7, it's so long ago, or if it was Mattel. But finally, I have Wave 3.
Yeah.
And according to Big Bag Toy Store, a check 3 minutes ago, Wave 2 hasn't shipped yet. So, ha-ha! If that is true, I don't know.
That's interesting.
So this is Slithe, the, I guess, second-in-command villain behind Mumra. Mumra is the main bad. Slithe is the leader of all the, I can't remember what they're called.
My
The
memory of
bad
ThunderCats
guys.
is very bad.
I have never rewatched.
Mutanimals.
Yeah, there you go. Isn't that Turtles?
It is.
Yeah.
Reptilian mutants.
Reptilian mutants.
There you go.
The mutants, the evil mutants. So anyway, a millennia ago, they're gonna make He-Man sized, Mattel He-Man sized, Mattel Masters of the Universe Classics He-Man sized ThunderCats figures, which was like, fuck yeah, those would go great. And I got Wave 1, and I played with them in Wilson's house the day I got them, and they were great, and I loved them. And then I put those in boxes and moved my house since then, which is now 4 years. So I have no idea where those are at. I've ordered other ones, and he's the first one to show up since then. Woohoo!
All right.
I'm going to get a bunch of them, so we may review about if anyone cares.
Oh.
Does anyone here care?
I'm interested. Let's go.
Let's do it. So, paint and sculpt. He is sculpted way more than I had thought, because I just went, oh, they're making Slithe. Yes, I'll take a Slithe, because Panthro and Lion-O were great. So he has scales, sculpted scales all over his body.
It does.
He has sculpted leather, or whatever animal hide that is, for his belt. He's all over.
Looks fantastic.
His tail is sculpted to look like a lizard's tail. He's got his spots. He's got his spines. They're all painted very well. There is a light, darker olive green wash in some of the muscle areas to give it a little bit of detail here and there.
Yeah, I like that. I like the little touches of darker green and stuff.
There are different shades of green. I don't know if that's intentional. Doesn't always match up between said joints. It shows up more under this bright light.
Yeah.
And then there's clear lines between the blue. His eyes look pretty good. His teeth and the gem are gloss as opposed to everything else being matte. He's got a gold piece there. He's got some fat folds in his belly. Yeah. He's got his clips on his belt are painted.
Even that yellow looks pretty well done.
Yeah. There is a little bit of the brown missing where it attaches. If you want to be nitpicky, to be fair to other toys. And you can see that there's a little tiny bit of blue slop in his shoulder, which is way off from this blue. So my guess is that's just my copy.
Probably.
Other than that, I think he looks exactly, I know exactly who this is. He looks great. He looks He'll look fantastic from what I remember with my other guys. I'm very happy. Even the inside palms are painted.
That's nice.
Fingernails, toenails are painted. His bottom of his feet are painted. And yeah, and then his neck's got a little issue. I don't know. But I won't be looking at it too much, but yeah. Oh, what?
He moves.
What?
Apparently he's articulated, fellas.
Oh, wow.
So
We should probably go through that.
we should. So much like all Super 7 non-retro action piece of crap figures, he's an ultimate guy. He has tons of articulation, and he's not a standard looking guy. He does have standard articulation for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
He has crazy range. I'm thinking it's on a double ball peg, but I don't know. But he can move his head all the way down and all the way up, and it can spin and go side to side. So any crazy way you want him to look like. I'm sure he had an awesome lizard voice that I can't remember. Arms are tight, but they do a full 360. They're a little bit restrained by his shoulder strap. They do come out, and they are super tight as well, which is kind of a relief because some of the other Super 7 guys are a little more floppy than the Mattel guys.
Oh.
He has a version of Hasbro's where he gets a swivel bicep in the elbow, but he also has an elbow. Doesn't quite get 90 degrees in that bend, mostly due to sculpt. And then he has swivel and in and out wrists. He does have a waist joint, no diaphragm joint, hidden under his loincloth, and he is wearing black underpants for the ladies. He can crazy do slides, he can kick forward and back, thigh swivel, single jointed knees that are also swivel at the knee, and then he has great rockers and crazy range on his up and down foot movement. Tail is just on a swivel at the butt joint. There is no other segmented, which you sometimes find in toys with tails.
That's right.
So he gets again a lot of movement, a lot of action, a lot of personality you can get in poses. And for as much as, again, we keep saying, I remember the cartoon, I don't remember him as a crazy kung fu guy. He's usually the guy who stands in the back and sends all the other guys out to fight.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah, and I'm sure his shoulders, which are super tight, will become looser the more I mess with him.
Yeah, but you're not worried about breakage.
I am not worried about breakage. I have not had a Super 7 guy break. I have not had a Mattel Classics, which are basically the precursor, break.
Okay. I bet he comes with a buttload of stuff.
Somewhat.
Yes. Oh.
Their Ultimate guys do come with stuff. So this is the portrait you get, I don't know, sourpuss face maybe. And you pop that off and you go, oh, it's a giant ball peg and a little ball peg. Could have just looked to see that. He comes with another portrait of a more, I don't know.
Drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mouth is open.
That's how my eyes looked a little earlier.
Yes. Same great paint and sculpt, except now you have an open mouth with a painted tongue. That looks pretty cool. But yeah, he's... Whoa, man. I just saw that movie. Oh. I don't know what that means. Hey, look at that. That's something you can do.
Wow.
I was getting frisky.
Hello, ladies. I've had a few beers in me. So you get the two portraits. He comes with holding hands, obviously. Whoops. And then, gentlemen, he comes with two clawing hands, which are painted the same. These have a more, like, an extra grain wash on the blue part that these ones don't have as much.
Those are also in and out joints.
In and out joints. They probably also can grab stuff because they are sculpted in such a way to hold things. Such as he comes with a mace. And what? And amazingly, I brought it.
It's a good idea to do those things.
It's almost as if I had a package with a toy in it that I knew I was going to be filming later, and I kept it here so I wouldn't lose the pieces. But anyway.
All right.
So it is a pretty simplistic mace. And then what confuses me is metal, wood, color, metal, and then they just have like a cast like this.
Oh, yeah.
It works, but, you know, kind of like the more metallic, or not. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, metallic.
Metallic?
Yeah.
Or stone, depending on what it is.
Yeah. So that's a little weird.
I know someone who might paint that for you.
I do. So, but he does that, have that. And this is really hard and ouchy. And then he comes with axe number 1.
And that has something on it, doesn't it? That has paint on it.
Yep, it has the. I used to know the terms of it, but the edge of the blade is painted, and this is actually there's a sculpt. There's a little bit of a bump there, so it is sculpted as well.
Cool.
And yeah, paint. There's a little overspray on that there. Doesn't quite line up right, and on the same there, but gets the job done. But you can see, like, what that has some type of finish. This doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, weird. I don't know. Maybe it's different metals, except they come from Earth 3, so they should all have the same metal. But whatever. And then he comes with this axe,
That's cool.
which is super crazy wood sculpt and crazy battle damage. Like, this is my favorite of the 3 weapons.
That looks fantastic.
It doesn't have the painted edge, but the whole thing is, again, they're all different. So maybe they're just different types of metal, stone. I don't know. Maybe that's on purpose. Maybe it's show accurate. I don't know. But I like this one. But yeah, this one's got really nice sculpt. It's super beat up. This is obviously, these are his trophy ones, and he like hangs up and like, hey ladies, and this is the one like I fucked up Panther the other day. And in case you're wondering, his fingers are super tight, and you can't get that in there.
Oh, really?
Because there's no movement in the gripping hands, so I'm going to use this hand, which doesn't look right. And my guess is that's because it's freezing cold back here, and I just need to warm him up with a hairdryer to get these moving. But yeah, these are super hard to move right now. But yeah, you can move them.
And then hopefully the blue paint doesn't rub off.
That would be my guess. But yeah, I can't get them in there. Which is a knock on the toy and probably me.
Nope.
Because I can get it on that seat and it scratched the fuck out of the paint.
Oh.
Now the question is, is that blue paint
Yeah, right? Or is that...
scraped off, or is that brown paint sprayed off? I don't know.
Let's find out.
That is brown paint coming off. Because that is the silver underneath. So don't do that. Pay attention to Beather toys. And when they say heat your toys. Yeah. So that's going to be a negative. So for a sense of scale, you have embarrassment head, but cool body, and Slithe. This is Super 7 movie He-Man. That is Mattel's Masters of the Universe, Masterverse, Revelations He-Man. I promise you, your ThunderCats guys are this size. They're the same size as Masters of the Universe Classics guys. This guy fits in perfectly. That's exactly the same scale. It'll look great. I apologize again for the 18,000th time that I can't put my toys out yet.
That's okay. We forgive you. Sometimes you just don't bring things, you know, and it happens.
Sometimes you just can't bring things.
I know. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you forget.
Yeah.
One's better than the other. We're not going to talk about it.
Neither are better or worse. It's just par for the course.
There you go.
You know, you don't hear Toast saying, "Oh, I forgot something."
All right. Final thoughts. Toast. Start us off.
I'm going to give it, I think, 4.5 hammers. So, I do remember the ThunderCats. I also watched it in the 80s and have never watched it since. I don't think a lot of those 80s cartoons aged very well, so I'm just going to stick with my memories and not try to revisit the past. But he is obviously recognizable as Slithe. I don't know that there would be a better representation of this for the price point unless you go for like a premium statue or something. He is Super 7 Ultimate price, which is now 55. It was 50.
Yes.
Um,
Although he may have been 50
at the time. Yeah.
It's been so long.
He's solid. The articulation is good. It's a good amount and variety of accessories, even if the paint is a little bit inconsistent, I'll say. And I like it overall. It's going to fit in really well with the rest of your ThunderCats.
I will say this is the first Super 7 that the paint has been really iffy.
Really? I'm going to give him a 4.5 as well. I think he's a really good toy. It's articulated. Doesn't really have any problems other than the little paint thing that we've seen, and the tight joints, which those can be fixed. Shouldn't have to be, but it's again one of those kind of annoyances.
I don't know if it's his fault or it's my fault for having him in this back room freezing for the last week.
Well, that's why he's getting a 4.5, because he's awesome and he will go great with your other guys. I've seen the other guys; they're awesome. This continues pretty much in the same vein. So yeah, good purchase, man.
Thanks, pal. I feel good about myself now. My enjoyment of my life and my toys is based on what you guys say about my toys.
Really? Me too.
Not at all. Man. As it's my toy, and I'm annoyed by the fact that I just scraped the fuck out of the paint on his handle of the weapon I'm never going to have him hold or use, I'm going to give him a 4. He is a wonderful, wonderful example of what I wanted from Super 7, of the figure Slithe. He looks perfect. He's got enough accessories. I don't know what other accessories you give him unless you give him like an angry face.
Right.
I don't know why we got the drunk face. I don't really care about, but whatever. My big annoyance with him is how fucking late they are. Like, holy fucking crap. I get that there's a pandemic and all this shit, but oh my God. I'm so tired of late toys, and this is a fucking late toy. So, had he not been so late and had the paint not happened on camera in my fucking face, I probably would have given him a little bit higher than a 4. 4 is still great. If you want these guys, I'd highly recommend them. They're going to be the best original ThunderCat toys, probably the only ThunderCat toys, because every time they try and reboot it, it fails. So, I like him. I like him a lot. He's going to be perfect. I can't wait till I get available space and some place to put him. He will be fighting alongside He-Man guys and Mythic Legions, and it's going to be awesome.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Comment below, please, and like and subscribe. Spread the word, and until next time.
What is the word?
Well, that's for you to figure out.
Amen.